Okay, so this is chapter 16, section 1, which is on Mesoamerica. Now, this isn't Mesopotamia that we've already talked about. This is Mesoamerica, also known as Latin America, Mexico, Central and South America, but specifically the Aztec, Maya, and Incan people that live in these areas. We're going to discuss the Olmec and the Mayan civilization in section 1. The region known as Mesoamerica, I don't know what that's on there, stretches from the central part of Mexico south to the northern part of Central America. The Olmec formed the first urban civilization in Mesoamerica. Around 1000, the Maya now settled in what is the tropical rainforest that is now Guatemala. So the Olmec is the first urban civilization. It's not the Mayan civilization, but it was the first one. There's a good video on Google Classroom that actually one of my people that I was a student with at Athens State University made that. Me and him worked together on some projects. He made a video on that, and it's a pretty good video. This is a picture of this area. Here you have Guatemala, and this could be the area here that it was located in. The Maya civilization reached its height between 250 AD and 900. The Mayan cities were really city-states. We talked about that with Greek history. They had a thriving trade market to obtain things they didn't normally have. So they were very advanced. They went from their height from 250 AD to 900. So it's not like ancient Egypt old, but it is the indigenous people of North America and Central and South America. The Mayan cities were city-states. They had a thriving trade market. The Maya got supplies construction through this. This will lead to the king Pakal built a temple to record his achievements. And the Mayans were known for their temples, canals, and sporting venues. And of course, there's some videos about that kind of stuff on Google Classroom. The Mayan temples are known for they were in the step pyramid shape, where they would kind of go up like that, like this. This is a step pyramid right here, and you can kind of see how this is made. And it's not because it's got steps; it's because it is a step up each time, and then they'll have a temple at the very top of it. Here's another example: temple at the top, step up, step up, step up, step up. Step pyramids of Mesoamerica. In Mayan culture, two things that were most heavily influenced were social structure and religion. The king held the highest position in Mayan society, with priests, merchants, and noble warriors making up the upper class. Most Maya belonged to the lower class, and they had to pay their rulers part of their crops or goods. It was like a paying a tax. They would give them parts of their goods or crops, and that would go to the leaders. If they went to war, the Mayan men had to fight. There was no military, you just fought if they went to war. The Maya worshipped many gods, including a creator, a sun god, a moon goddess, and a maize god. These people would try to please the gods so they'd have favor in their sight. The Mayans believed their gods needed blood to prevent disasters, and they would offer human sacrifices. So a lot of times, if they knew that something similar like a hurricane was coming, they may offer human sacrifice to try to appease the god to keep that disaster from happening. That's the way they looked at it. Or their crops were all dying, they would offer human sacrifice so they would be able, their crops would grow again. The Mayan religious beliefs helped to make them more advanced in science. They would develop observatories, buildings where people could study the sky. The Maya developed two calendars, one for planting and farming that had 365 days. And that's the same type of calendar we use today, and one that had 260 days for religious events. And this is similar like the Jewish people who have a calendar that is on less days than the actual year, and so that's the reason why certain Jewish holidays fall on different days every year. Here's another example. That was an observatory. The Mayans were skilled mathematicians. They developed a system of writing and used both stone tablets and paper books. They also created amazing art and architecture. And again, these are groups of people that aren't connected with anywhere else in the world. So the fact that paper books were being created other places wasn't impacting these people. because they developed this stuff on their own because they were separate from the rest of the world. Mayan civilization started to decline in the 900s, and one reason may be the overworking of the common people. As the king would work them too hard, they may have rebelled. Warfare between cities is also believed to be a reason for the decline. So there's a number of reasons for Mayan civilization decline. These are just a couple of the theories. Famine is also thought about the decline of Mayan civilization. Serious droughts can be another. After 900, they spread out, not fully ending until Spanish conquistadors invaded, and that goes into all of this area of South Central America would be taken over by Spanish conquistadors at some point. And here's a timeline. You can look at this if you want to, of different civilizations, kind of places these. The Mayan civilization here between some of the early Japanese civilizations and Imperial China. And that brings us to the end of section 1.